Hello friend, welcome back. In this video, I want to update this informations. Now that should be as a dynamic, but here as you notice the concept will be just like that same. One of the table will be needed. From to this table I will get this data and I will update this data. Let's do that work. For doing this, like here, I want to create another new table as a that is a usability. Okay, so now this type of another table I want to create it. Here, if you want to create it, we have to go to that our project. So that will be just like that, or clarify or the slider, whatever you choose. Now I want to do and to simply take it. I want to take another one, but I want to make it as a clear. And then I want to create another new model that will be as a PHP artisan, and then the make artisan SAN. Okay, sen, and then the make model. I want to create another new model by the name as a usability, but I want to use it as a capital one, so that will be as a usability. Okay, usability, and also at a time I want to create another migrations table. So there is a two of these things that should be created. So first of all, I want to assign that our field name. Like here, you can also copy it, and then I want to paste it in our usability. Here I paste it. So that will be depends on you. Like here, actually, if you notice, they have one of the images that should be some of the YouTube link, and that should be some of the another link for redirected to our another page. That should be the title and description, right? So now here there is a title is already in here, description is in here, image is in here. Now I want to assign another two of this field. One will be our YouTube link. Okay, YouTube link. You can also use it as a link, YouTube link, and that will be LINK, right? And also you can use it another one as a link. So that you can also use it only the YouTube. Okay, that will be actually our YouTube link, and that will be our link. And both of this I make it as a string. And here if you go, images, title, our YouTube link, and that will be our main link. Here I want to simply assign all that field. Only our descriptions field I make it as a text type, and all that field I make it as a nullable. So that is our first job. Here I have already assigned all that our field name. Now we have to update that our protected guarded. For make this all that field, now that should be as a fillable, and that is the model I have created as a usability, which is really great. Now we can able to migrate it. I click as a save all, and now I want to migrate. That will be the PHP artisan migrate. Now click as a enter. Now there is a new database table is created as a usability. If you go to that our database, now that should be another new table as a usability, and that is all that our field. Here manually I insert some of the data. Okay, so same process actually. So now I simply added. Now click as a go, and now if you go to the browse, now into this ID1 area, I have actually added all the data. So now our next job will be here. We have to get this data and we have to visible it. Simple job. Now I want to go back to our admin dashboard. And then here after that I want to create another new one as a usability. I want to go to that our project, into the project area. Right now I want to access that our sidebar in our admin, and into this admin body, and there is a body sidebar. And in here I want to create another new one. I copy it, and here after that I paste it. So now that is the name. I want to use it like as a usability. Okay, I want to use it as a usability setup. And then I want to use it by the name, okay, by the name as a get usability, and that will be our new route as a usability. Okay, I want to use it. Great. So now this type of one of the route we have to create. I want to create it in our web.php into this our home controller. Same logic. You can also create the different controller, but I want to use that same controller as a home controller. Here I want to create another new one as a get usability. I copy it. Now that will be the name as a get usability. URL will be get usability. I will create another new method as a get usability. Okay, same logic. Now I want to copy it, and this type of the method I want to create in our home controller. I want to go back to our home controller. Here first things I want to load that our model. I copy it and I paste it. Our model name as a usability. I want to copy it. Now that is the model I want to support it, because right now we will handle everything with our, that is the model table as a usability. So now I want to go back here. You can also copy it as a get clarified. Okay, that means that same logic I copy it, and now here after that I want to create another new method. Everything actually home related, everything I have actually added in our home controller. So now that is our method name will be as a get usability. I copy it. Now that will be as a get usability. And here I want to access that our model name that I have already imported as a usability. And throughout this model, we can able to access that our database, right? Database table, usability table. It should be find our one ID data. So because that is also the same as a one ID. Now there is a one ID data. I simply take it. I take it one of the variable as a usability. And now that is the usability. I want to pass it in our page. We have to create another folder as a usability, and I want to create another new file as a usability. I hope that at that point you already know what type of things we have to do in here. Now I want to create this folder as a usability in our backend. I want to go to that our backend, and into this backend folder here, admin backend, I want to create on the new folder as a usability, and in here I want to create on the new file that will be as a get usability.blade.php. Great. So now the same page I want to copy it from our slider in our backend slider and get slider blade. Here I want to copy everything, and now I want to add it in our get usability. Here I paste it. Now one by one I want to update it. So that will be as a get, and then the usability. Okay, and then I want to update it. That will be as a edit usability, and then our name I have already take it our usability one ID data by the name as a usability. Here I pass it in our get usability with the compact method. I pass it. Now we can able to update that our with the usability. I want to access that our ID. And that have also one of the title field that will be display the value with the usability title, and then there is a link here also there is another field as a link. So now that should be our usability. Here throughout this I want to access that our link, and also there is another field will be needed where I copy it and I paste it. Another field will be our YouTube. Okay, so I name it as a YouTube, and YouTube will be which one with this usability. I want to access that our field name here. If you go to that our structure, our field name as a YouTube, right? So now I want to use it as a YouTube. That data that should be display, and our field name I want to update as a YouTube. Great. Now after that there is a description. That is the same field name. I have used it as a description, which is fine, and then that will be our usability. Okay, and also that should be as a with the usability we have to display that our description, and then that will be our usability. Okay, with this usability photo. That's all. Okay, so now that's all, and also our field name as the image, and here that should be display our existing image with the usability. That should be display the image, and then that is a save changes. So that is actually all that our field, right? Here that is our hidden ID. That means our requested ID. One of the field as a title, one of the field as a link, another field as a YouTube, another field as a description, and then the images is that if this images exist, that should be display our existing image by the name field as a image. That's all. Now if you click as a save all, now that should be get that our demo data. I want to make it as a PHP Artisan optimize running successful. And now if you go to that our backend, and also here one things I didn't actually change it. If you go to that our sidebar, and you can see there is a ID. Better I want to use the different ID as a usability. That will be another one as a usability, rather than actually both of these will be open at a time. I click as a save all, and now if you go, I want to refresh it. Now that is a usability setup. If you click it our get usability. Perfect. You can see we successfully get that our title value, link value, YouTube value, descriptions value, and then photo. Great. So now our next step will be here. Simply we have to update it, which will be just like that same that I have done before. But I want to continue this process. In our next video, I'll complete this our update functionality. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully get our usability, all the data, that is demo data, we successfully get it. Now in this video, I want to update this information. Let's do that work. For doing this, I want to go back to our, that is our get all usability blade that I have created. And in here, that is also one of the method. Now we have to create it as an update. Like I want to make it as update usability. Now this type of one of the method we have to create, that will be on the post method, and also from here we have to deal with the images. So that is the reasons multipart NC type multipart form data that will be needed. Now I want to create this route as a update usability. I copy it. Now go to the web.php, and here I want to simply update, replace it with the update usability. Our post method, that will be as a update usability. I want to create another new method as a update usability. So that will be just like that same that I have already done it for our update clarify. Here if you go to our home controller, into this home controller, you can see I have already done the same things for our update clarify. Same function, same method. I want to do to copy it. I copy the total method from here. Okay, that is update clarified. I want to do to copy it, and now here after that I want to do to paste it. So now here only we have to replace some of the things. Like first of all, I want to replace that our method name, that will be as a update usability. I want to replace that method as a update usability, and I just name one of the ID as a user. Okay, user B, this type of one of the ID, and also I want to create another new name as a usability ability. Okay, that is usability. And that is the usability. Now we are accessing our table name. Our table name will be as a usability. Here that will be find it. That will be find our, that is the usability ID. And this ID our requested ID. And this requested ID means from to this our usability I pass one of the hidden ID. And that is the ID. Same logic, right? So now our field name also the same name. Here if you go, our field name for the images also the same name as the image. That means here we don't need to change anything. Only I want to create that our folder name as a upload, and that is usability folder. Usability related all the data images that should be uploaded into this our folder. Here I want to better create this folder in our upload. In our upload folder I want to create another new folder as a usability, and that should be inserted in here. Great. And then if this file is exist, I want to do to access it with our usability image. That will be unlink our old image. I have already discussed about that things with you. Rest of everything will be just like that same. And now I want to access that our model name has a usability. Usability will be find that ID. ID is the our usability ID. Here I want to update that our usability ID, and then that will be updated that our field name. Right now that is another two of this field we have to add it. Now one is our title, because here if you go to our database, into the database there is a title, description, image, YouTube. Okay, that is our request another YouTube. So that will be as a YouTube. YouTube will be our requested field name. Here I have also passed it by the same name as a YouTube. Now that will be our requested field name as a YouTube. And also another one is a link. I copy it. Now that will be as a link, and our requested field name also here I name it as a link. Right, so now that should be as a link, and image will be our save image. Fine, and that should be display our clarify updated without, that means with image successfully, return redirect to the back page, and that will be also just like that same. You can also copy it. Okay, copy it, and that will be without image. Here I simply paste it. Everything will be same, only our image will be not needed. Okay, so without image that should be updated. Our usability updated without image successfully, return redirect to the back page. How much easy, you can see friend. I hope every concept is very clear to you. Similar things now simply I am actually using it in here. So that's how actually Laravel work. I hope now you get much idea how that basic functionality you can actually do it with using that Laravel. Now that is successfully done, and now I want to run that our PHP addition optimize running successful. Now I want to do to update these informations. Okay, in here now I want to do to refresh it, and better I want to use the same name. I copy it, and I want to update that our title. I want to update that name in here. Okay, that will be description. I want to update it. That is actually some of the link, and link I want to use it like as a contact. So that will be our / contact page that will be redirected, and that should be some of the YouTube link. Okay, so here I want to use that is the YouTube link. Here if you go to that copy video URL, I want to check it, that is actually which URL they are using. I will actually use it in from to this position. So right now from here I want to use that our YouTube link, and that's all. And also I want to use that usability photo. For now I want to use this type of one of the photo. Okay, now click as a save changes. Usability updated with image successfully. Everything is successfully updated. Refresh it. The same value is now visible here. If you go to our database, now perfectly updated the title, description, images is stored in our usability folder, YouTube link, and there is a link. And if you go to our folder, usability with our size, and you can see there is actually one of the issue. I didn't resize that our image will be, now if you go to our theme is that should be sized as a 560 and then the 400. So also I want to change it. I want to resize it as a 450. Okay, 450 maybe. I want to check it. There is a 560. Sorry, there is a 500, and then the 60, and then that will be what will be as a 400. So that will be actually our image resize. Okay, here I didn't actually update it. So now that should be like that way. Click as a save all. And now I want to also load it again. I want to refresh it. Now I want to change it. I want to now use this one. Now click as a save changes. Our old image that should be also replaced. Here if you go, you can see old image is replaced. Now that is appropriate size as a 560 and then the 400. Now that is successfully updated. So here we successfully update all that informations. Now that is the informations we have to visible it in our front end. So how to do this work in our next video, I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video. Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully able to update that our usability, all the data. Now that is the data I want to visible it in our page, in our front end. Let's do that work. Here I have already segmented this page. I want to find out this file that is in our home. If you go to that our home, that is in our, not that backend, that is in our home layout, and that is the name I have used it as usabilityblade.php. And in here, actually, if you notice, they have one of the YouTube video, that is a YouTube video link is in here. Better I want to copy this link and I want to update this link from here. Like that is actually our YouTube link. I want to update whatever the YouTube link actually you want to use, you can use it. But right now I want to update that link, the same link. And now that is the link we have to update. I want to one by one, first of all, find out this data. That means the same concept that I have done it as a PHP blog. And in here, if you go to our home controller, I want to find out it. Okay, so I copy it. Now that will be here, usability by the name. And also if you want to access it, that model into this blade page, I hope you already remember. That will be, we have to pass that our appropriate path as a app / and then that will be as a models, MODELS models, and / our usability. Great. Now we want to visible this data. I copy it like here. First of all, that is our YouTube video. Here, that is the video I want to update. Now that will be with our usability. Here with this, I want to access that our field name as a YouTube. That will be YouTube. Right? That is actually our database field name. Here, if you go to our database, and that is actually our database field name as a YouTube. Okay. Here I simply want to display it. Now same logic. I want to also update for the title. Okay, that is actually all the title. Here I want to use it. I want to simply update it. That is also another description. So here I want to update it. So now that will be our name will be our title. If you go to the structure, that is the field name as a title. I want to update that our title in here. I want to update that descriptions. I copy it. Now that will be the description, and that is a download link. Download this app, that is on the href, and this href I also want to make it as a dynamic. I copy it, and now in here I want to paste it. So now that will be our link. I want to simply copy it. Now that will be here as a link. Great. And then that is our connecting things that I will do that things later. Now after that, here there is also another background image. You can see there is a video thumbnail image. So here I want to also update this image. Now that will be our usability, and with this usability I want to access that our field name as an image. That's all you have to do. I have updated that our image, updated our YouTube link, and then that is our title, description, and link. Right now if you click as a save all, and now if you go, I want to refresh it. I want to refresh this page. Yeah, Perfect. Now our background image is visible. This is also totally dynamic data. From to this our database is getting that our data. From to this database is getting that our description. If you put your cursor, you can see that is also successfully updated that our link as a /contact. If you go to that our YouTube video is also successfully loaded. That means now each and everything is in here is totally dynamic. Okay friend, how to do this work? I hope the concept is very clear to you. That is our contact link, YouTube link, description, everything is visible. And you can see that is appropriate the same our size that I have already used it for that image, and for this image I have already used that image size that should be as a 560 and 400, and that is a 560 400 is visible. So in our next video I want to discuss about little bit different another things, like that is our 3 of these things, right? 1, 2 and 3. That is some of the title, that are some of the descriptions data. So this data I don't want to update from to this our backend, the same process I don't want to use it here. I want to make these things you can actually update it from here, which I have already done it for this review or our heading, all that our header section, right? That is our all that our heading I have updated like that way. That means from to this same page, from here actually you can update that our name, title, you can update the descriptions for our this one, you can update it, this one you can also update it. Okay, so this is all the data that directly that should be updated in our another database table, which I will create it. So in our next video I will also make these things that should be dynamic. How we can do this work in our next video, step by step I will show you that things with the live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.